Absolutely hosing down here. So if I don't know, the volume, the sound gets a bit much in the background, it just means that it is absolutely hosing down in rain. And I kind of live in a shed. Well, I'm working out of a shed. So tin shed, lots of rain. It's gonna get a little loud. So anyway, um, talking about different boundaries. I was reading about this one person who agreed in a kink relationship to have certain boundaries as a casual kind of not serious, non-monogamous relationship. And then during a lockdown, something happened, and the person came over and comforted them and helped them through that stuff. Now, this the sub is saying that, even though that she agreed to a non-monogamous relationship, he's seeing someone, he's not telling me about it, all this sort of other stuff. I'm like, well, he doesn't have to. It's still a casual relationship, even though they've said that they would help you through a tough time. You haven't had that sit down of, I want to take this relationship to the next level. I don't want it to be casual anymore. All this sort of other stuff. Even though people say, oh, but they're doing this, but the Dom's doing that, they're helping you through this and that. That's a Dom's job to help you, even if it is a casual relationship. A good Dom will help you and see you through some stuff. And if they feel like they can't, they will then say, look, I am not equipped to do this. You need professional help, you need someone else, you need this. And that's being upfront. It's not abandoning them, um, because quite technically you have not had that sit down conversation on changing the level of your dynamic. And since it's still casual, since it's still non-monogamous, you've not had that discussion. This person is now all of a sudden getting hurt, um, by the Dom doing his normal thing. He agreed to help, in conjunction with a therapist, to help this person, which the therapist agreed and was wholeheartedly, yeah, she needs support and all that sort of other stuff. But a good Dom sees that you get support, but but they're not crutches, so that you as an individual are growing, you as a sub are growing, you as a whole being are growing, whether it's apart or not. That's just part of the territory. There's plenty of subs dom relationships, master slave, where both sides have crossed the line. There were slaves that I've known that says, look, I don't want a boyfriend, they're acting like a boyfriend, I just can't handle it. I said, well, you've got to tell them, stop doing this. Yes, you're my dom, you're my owner, my master, whatever, my D type, but you're starting to act like, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and that's not what I want. Similarly, D types will have to have that discussion as well. Now, this is where we come into I guess, the double standards, where if a Dom says, look, no, you're reading too much into it, it's like, oh, he's heartless, he's mean, he's not a good Dom. I said, well, no, he's saying basically his impression, his view as far as they're concerned, their relationship still has not changed, but in the other person's mind, the relationship has. Now, as I said, without the communication, without the discussion, without saying, yeah, this is regards to our relationship, not that they're helping you and it seems more intimate and they do care for you, because they do ultimately care for you. It's just not, it just may not be in the way that you want. So that's a reality that you need to sort of come to grips with. And if it's not what you want and you want something more and they can't give it to you, you should think about ending the relationship there and just being friends. I mean, there's plenty of people I know who have ended the DS dynamic, the romantic part, but they still remain friends. They still provide them with like support as friends, but they're not in that kind of relationship. Which I think, you know, you need to really honestly have that conversation with yourself as well as the other people. I guess why it comes up, and it comes up a lot, is also because a lot of people are whole into the consent thing, and I said realistically, you're projecting your idea of a relationship and a change in a relationship on them without having discussed it with them, and in quite technical terms. Um, if you really want to apply things, you are violating their consent by trying to get them into a relationship that they did not agree to in the first place. Yes, they said that they would help you through a difficult time, and they are, but that time will need to change, or you'll need to change. You'll need to actually grow through that. But if you insist on staying the same and you insist on clinging to them and they don't see any changes, they're well within their rights to say no, you're not changing, you're trying to change the relationship and me into something I did not agree to, and I can end it there. That's on both sides though. If you both agree to it at the time, you are in that until you're not. You can't retrospectively say, oh, but I thought this and I thought that. You don't go into a relationship to change people unless it's an agreed thing. And like someone said to me, or it's, well, I think it's a common thing where people say guys go into relationships hoping the woman wouldn't change. A woman goes into a relationship hoping to change the person. I don't know how true that is, maybe for a lot of people, but yeah, I don't know. People change when they get into relationships anyway. It just is a natural product of having to be exposed to different people, different ideas, different things, growing, learning, all that sort of stuff. So, have you ever been in situations where the relationship or the dynamic boundaries have changed, or you've thought they've changed? You know, was it basically a one-off thing? Like, was it extenuating circumstances? Was it something a little different to your usual? And if so, have you or did you have that conversation with the other people in your dynamic to either accept or reject the change or see where it leads? I don't know. I guess it's a weird topic for a rainy day, very contemplative. It's going to be raining on the weekend. People over for a party for my birthday. Whether they come or not, it's another thing, but I'm still going to have cake. If anything, and if nothing else, I'm going to have cake. So, yes. I will see you guys later. Hope you have a good weekend. Stay dry, stay healthy, keep calm, stay kinky. Bye.